Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Do we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky?
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. This offense has a few playmakers. If they're going to go downfield, they often look the way of Stills.
He loves to run the deep routes, loves to get downfield and make the big catches, and he does it with flair.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check 13. Check.
They go play action. Trubisky. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I've got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season, and I just hope that everyone who votes doesn't go to sleep and already have their ballots cast.
I think there are a couple others in the national media who feel that way, too. You and I have been discussing this race since the calendar hit December, as in many other, but I think it's going to take 8 big quarters for him to truly have consideration. That one goes for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. I'm scared. Here we go, finish the game. Motion, motion.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Yellow.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Now it's Mahomes again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes, and his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Mahomes to throw once more toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Travis Kelce, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So second and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he finds Stills, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Play action. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Carl Nassib racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And again, it's Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now out comes Houston. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, they pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up third down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. Mahomes firing complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Henry Anderson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he's taken down inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They go play action here on first down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
51. Delta. 51. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 51.
Mahomes going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. So in this, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man, that's Quinn. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, flush to his right. It's Kelsey on the grab. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Marr is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached... You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the third. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 51's Mike. Mike's 51. Hey, I'm coming. Yellow.
On first down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After the sack on first down, Mahomes looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We got this.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard pass.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Henry Anderson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with him. Guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the ground, this is Michel. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now Trubisky on third and long. And Stills bringing it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play action. It's Trubisky. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run forward with Davis. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Mike Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Mahomes now on 1st down. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Open man is Thielen. Is complete. Touchdown, Houston. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you, Charlie. Bring it.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Hey, 43, 15. Here we go.
Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. James has got it. Complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action with Trubisky. It's complete. Stills. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check. Lucky.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes being chased out left. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Bears on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're up against it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll check this one down to Michelle. The third down run gets him nothing.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On third down, Logan. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At their 49-yard line.
And it's Michel once again. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Here's Trubisky. And that's caught by Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. Touchdown, Houston. Sony Michel, 36 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 7. 1:47 on the clock. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Mike 51. Mike 51. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 51 Mike. Mike 51. Here we go, T. Get off the field. 15.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Final score now from Atlanta. And the Cowboys have wound up winning that one. Phillip Rivers, he was the story there with 4 touchdown passes. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking that time for Stills, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
Third down.
Double tight.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. That's a strong running. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Nassib, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Little short pass to James. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 21 yards there on 3rd down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
14 yards and a Chicago first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lamb.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
51 is mine. 51. Let's make these babies proud.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really just miss opportunities.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Chicago, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next.